What's up, YouTube? My name is Big Boy Snatch 9 TV, aka what kind of snacks you want, because I got plenty going around. This is my WWE Smackdown review on highlights. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys please watch the video from all the way from the beginning or towards the end. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content I do on the channel, and go check out my AEW Dynamite review on highlights, and go check out my WWE NXT review on highlights I post on the channel. Without further ado, let's get started. Now, WWE Smackdown was a decent show for what it was. Alright. WWE Smackdown was live from TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts. Commentary tonight were Wade Barrett and Joe Testor. WWE Smackdown kicks off with an aerial shot of the city of Boston, Massachusetts. We see TD Garden and cut to Drew McIntyre entering the arena. We see clips of last week's show where Drew McIntyre hit Cody Rhodes with a Claymore kick through the announcer table. Live in the arena, Soul Sikoa's music hits, and now he comes with his MFTs. They stand in the ring, with Soul Sikoa telling Boston, Massachusetts that the MFT are in the building. He says they run SmackDown, and to anyone who doesn't like it, too bad. The fans chant Solo sucks. And he says last week Sami Zayn showed up on SmackDown, but they show up on Raw, and they stomp his you-know-what out. He tells Sami Zayn that he is stumped out. Jimmy Uso stumped out, and Jacob Fatu is stumped out. As he is speaking, Sami Zayn music hits, and now he comes to the ring. The fans chant Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn tells Solo Sikoa to take it down a notch. He says he is out there to talk and asks them if they can't talk. Solo tells him they can. Solo tells the MFT to leave the ring, and it's just him and Sami Zayn in the ring. Sami Zayn tells him that all he has been talking about is being champion, and had he been beaten Rusev on Raw, he might have challenged for the title at Clash in Paris. Sami Zayn says he was furious, but he also felt liberated. He says he has been talking so much about being world champion, like it had to be now, and that is stopping him from accomplishing anything else. But now he is back to doing other things that he set out to do, and he thanks Solo Sikoa for that. Solo Sikoa looks confused, and Sami Zayn tells him that there are other things that he hasn't done yet. A fun fact is, besides the world title, there is one other title that he has never held in WWE, and that's the United States Championship. Solo Sikoa tells him that he won't hold it anytime soon. He tells Sami Zayn that he is on Raw, not SmackDown. He tells him to get off his show. He doesn't want to see him again. So Sami Zayn tells Solo Sikoa that as of tonight, he is officially on SmackDown. The fans cheer, and Sami Zayn tells Solo Sikoa that Solo took something away from him, and he is going to take something away from him. Solo throws the microphone and goes for a right hand, but Sami Zayn with a right hand. In comes the MFT, who begins attacking Sami Zayn in the ring. Jimmy Uso music hits, and now he comes, but the MFT begin beating on him too. Jacob Fatu music hits, and now he comes. He gets in the ring and takes Solo Sikoa down. Jacob Fatu with a super kick onto Tala Tonga, as Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso clotheslines Tala Tonga to the outside of the ring. Out comes Nick Aldis, and he welcomes Sami Zayn to SmackDown. He makes a 6-man tag team match for tonight. Alright, that was a pretty good segment. But I did not know that Sami Zayn was on SmackDown, but it is what it is. How did it go from Sami Zayn being traded to Raw to SmackDown? It is what it is. I just want WWE to respect the brand split, and that's all I gotta say. Alright, so we get Chelsea Green and the Secret Harvest. We cut backstage, and Byron Saxton is with Chelsea Green and the Secret Harvest. Chelsea Green laughs, and she tells him that she broke up a silly birthday celebration last week, and she took a birthday cake to the face. Probably never says it was disgusting, and no one messes with their Canadian hero and gets away with it. So we go to commercial break. Alright, so we get the first match. So we get Alexa Bliss accompanied by Charlotte Flair versus Piper Niven, accompanied by Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. And this match right here, this was a, I'm not supposed to say this was a solid match for what it was. The bell rings, we are underway. Piper Niven with the shoulder tackle on Alexa Bliss. Piper Niven points to the Lily doll as Chelsea Green and Alba Fire walks towards it, but Charlotte Flair gets in their way. That distracts Piper Niven, but Alexa Bliss with a kick from behind. She jumps on Piper Niven's back, but Piper Niven slams her onto the mat. Piper Niven throws her to the ropes, and she lands a bossman slam. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Alexa Bliss with a senton onto a Piper Niven, followed by the natural selection. She goes for the cover, but Piper Niven kicks out. Alexa Bliss grabs Piper Niven, but Piper Niven with a headbutt. Alexa Bliss down in the corner, but Piper Niven with a cannonball. Piper Niven climbs the second rope and goes for a splash, but Alexa Bliss moves out of the way. Alexa Bliss with a DDT, and she climbs the top rope. Chelsea Green gets on the ring apron, and Charlotte Flair trips her up. Alba Fire gets on the ring apron, and Alexa Bliss with a right hand. Alexa Bliss gets down onto the mat. Piper Niven goes for a splash in the corner, but Alexa Bliss moves out of the way as Alexa Bliss rolls her up and gets the pin. The winner of the match, Alexa Bliss. In my honest opinion, before I continue, I'm so sick and tired of the Bloodline story. Enough of this. Enough of this Bloodline story. Can we just move on to something new? And that's all I gotta say. I just had to put that out there. The winner of the match, Alexa Bliss. That match itself was a solid match for what it was. Alright, Alba Fire gets in the ring after the match and hits Alexa Bliss with a right hand. In comes Charlotte Flair, who takes her down, and Chelsea Green gets in the ring. Charlotte Flair throws her to the outside, and Piper Niven with a right hand onto Charlotte Flair. She lands Alexa Bliss in the ring, with Piper Niven landing a splash on Alexa Bliss. We cut to the back. WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill are arguing with Nick Aldis breaking it up. Nia Jax comes in and tells Jade Cargill to fall back, and she will take on Tiffany Stratton. Jade Cargill tells her she won't back down, and Tiffany Stratton tells Nia Jax to bring it, and she walks away. Tiffany Stratton walks away as Nia Jax and Jade Cargill looks at Nick Aldis. You already know that Jade Cargill should have won that SummerSlam, but it is what it is, man. So let's move on. I don't want to see Nia Jax with the WWE Women's Championship. That's all I gotta say. All right, let's move on. So we get the next match, a tag team match. The Miz and Carmelo Hayes versus Fraxium. And this tag team match right here, this was a pretty good tag team match. But I know that Carmelo Hayes is going to turn on the Miz. I can see at this point. Alright, let me continue. The bell rings, we are underway. The Miz and Axiom start the match. Both teams are locked up in the crowd, and we see Joe Gacy of the Y6 in the crowd. We cut to Dexter Lewis, who is also showing in the crowd. Both men exchange reversals and Axiom with an armbar. Nathan Frazier is tagged in, and he goes for a kick, but Carmelo Hayes is tagged in. Nathan Frazier with a hip toss, followed by an armbar. Nathan Frazier goes for a kick. Carmelo Hayes catches him, but Nathan Frazier with that kick to the side of the head. Axiom is tagging, and they double team Carmelo Hayes. The Miz gets in the ring, and they double team him. Miz and Carmelo Hayes to the outside, and Fraxium with a suicide dive onto both men. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, Axiom and Carmelo Hayes are in the ring. Axiom goes for a kick to the side of the head, but Carmelo Hayes ducks, and he lands a powerbomb. He goes for the cover, but Axiom kicks out. Carmelo Hayes goes for a right hand on Nathan Frazier on the ring apron, but Nathan Frazier ducks and Axiom with a kick to the face. Nathan Frazier and The Miz are tagging. Nathan Frazier with a chop to the chest, followed by a sling blade. A standing shooting star, and he goes for the cover, but The Miz kicks out. Nathan Frazier climbs to the top rope and goes for the Phoenix Splash, but The Miz moves out of the way. Nathan Frazier lands on his feet, and The Miz with a big knee. Carmelo Hayes is tagged in, and Nathan Frazier with a kick to the face onto both men. Carmelo Hayes goes for a springboard, but Nathan Frazier jumps on the second rope, and he lands a springboard Spanish fly. He goes for the cover, but Carmelo Hayes kicks out. Axiom is tagged in, but Carmelo Hayes with the elbow to the face. Carmelo Hayes climbs the top rope. Axiom with a kick. Nathan Frazier is tagged in. Axiom with a Spanish fly off the top rope, and Nathan Frazier with a Phoenix Splash. He goes for the cover, He goes for the cover, but in comes the Miz. Nathan Frazier gets Carmelo Hayes on the top rope. Axiom is tagging, and both men are in the second rope. The Miz on the ring apron, and he DDT Axiom on the apron. Nathan Frazier goes for a superplex, but Carmelo Hayes reverses it into a cutter. Carmelo Hayes gets to his feet, and the fans cheer Carmelo Hayes on the top rope. The Miz tags himself in, and the fans boo. The Miz with the skull crusher finale. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. The winner of the match, the Miz and Carmelo Hayes. This was a fun tag team match, and that's all I gotta say. After the match, as the Miz celebrates, Carmelo Hayes looks unhappy on the top rope. The Miz hugs him, but Carmelo Hayes is still unhappy. I know for a fact that Carmelo Hayes is going to turn on the Miz. So eventually, once that happens, Carmelo Hayes is eventually going to go to Monday Night Raw, and the Miz is going to be on SmackDown. That's the way I see it. But WWE needs to respect the brand split. It's just that simple. All right, so we go to commercial break. Tiffany Stratton is backstage, and she is stopped by Kiana James. She tells Tiffany Stratton that they offer protection, and she gives her business card. Tiffany Stratton tells her she is a champion. She does not need protection. Kiana James tells her if she is not with them, she is against them. Tiffany Stratton walks away, and we cut to the ring. Drew McIntyre hits, and now he comes to the ring. He says people have been asking him all week why he hit Cody Rhodes with a Claymore kick through the announcer table. He says it was so violent he should see it again. We see the clip from last week with Drew McIntyre looking at the fans. He says to listen closely. He says he did not attack Cody Rhodes. He says their eyes are aligned to them. And as usual, he explained it to them. Drew McIntyre asks Joe what the medical update is. Joe says there isn't one. Drew McIntyre asks if management is hiding it because of what he did to their golden boy. He says we don't know how long Cody will be out, and it's all his fault. He says he doesn't hate Cody Rhodes. He feels sorry for him. Cody Rhodes cares about their cheers. He needs that validation. He cares what management thinks about him. He says he knows that business he was Cody's 5 years ago. But he evolved. He realized that when they retired, they all forget about them and move on. He says you have to get yours while you can, and he wants it. He has been screwed out of it more times than he can count. He deserves it. He has earned it. He wants it for him, his family, the big paycheck. He says Cody Rhodes needs the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes says Cody without the title is a nobody, and that is why he did it last week. He says he says that he did not attack Cody Rhodes last week. Cody Rhodes attacked him. He says that the AA happened in the ring. He broke the count, and Cody threw him to the floor. Drew McIntyre goes to the outside and says the match ended, and Cody Rhodes threw Drew McIntyre into the ring post onto the announcer table. He says Cody Rhodes was going to take him out, and he defended himself. He says he told Cody that he wanted him to beat John Cena because he will be the one to take the title off of him. He says Cody Rhodes pissed people off, and Drew McIntyre takes people out. He says he is not the bad guy, but if he is provoked, he will do very, very violent things. If he gets provoked, he is the real nightmare. Drew McIntyre throws the microphone and his music hits. Alright. We cut backstage to Byron Saxton, who is backstage with the Street Profits, and BFAB. In comes Soul Score, who says that after they get done with their match tonight, if the Street Profits want the tag titles, they will have to go through them. Commercial break. So we get the next match. So we get a tag team match. The Street Profits, accompanied by BFAB versus DIY, accompanied by Candice LeRae. And this tag team match was not bad, but it was just It was just okay for what it was. The bell rings. We are underway. Ciampa with right hands and chops onto forward. Johnny Gargano is tagged in and he lands a running knee to the face. Ciampa is tagged back in and Dawkins is tagged in. Dawkins throws Ciampa into the corner and he lands a right hand. Johnny Gargano gets in the ring and Dawkins lands a flapjack. Dawkins with a kick onto Ciampa's head and he falls to the outside. Dawkins goes after Ciampa, but he hides behind Candice LeRae. Ciampa to the ring and Johnny Gargano with a kick onto Dawkins. Back from commercial break, Montez Ford with a crossbody off the top rope onto Ciampa. Johnny Gargano gets in the ring and Montez Ford with a famouser, followed by a neck breaker onto Ciampa. Montez Ford with a standing moonsault onto Ciampa. He goes for the cover, but Ciampa kicks out. Dawkins is tagged in and they double team Tommaso Ciampa, but Johnny Gargano breaks it up. Montez Ford throws Johnny Gargano to the outside. Dawkins lifts Ciampa up on his shoulders and Montez Ford climbs the top rope. Candice LeRae throws B-Fab face first into the ring steps. That distracts Dawkins as Ciampa throws Dawkins shoulder first into the ring post. Montez Ford gets down and Ciampa with their right hand. Johnny Gargano is tagged in and they double team Montez Ford. Johnny Gargano goes for a cover, but Dawkins breaks it up. Montez Ford with an uppercut, and that distracts the referee. Candice LeRae with a hurricane onto Montez Ford onto the outside. Montez Ford gets back on the ring apron, and Johnny Gargano with a DDT. He goes for the cover, but Montez Ford kicks out. Johnny Gargano tags in, but on the outside, B-Fab with a running knee to the face onto Candice LeRae. Montez Ford with a knee to the face onto Johnny Gargano. Dawkins is tagged in and he lands a spine buster. Montez Ford on the top rope and he lands a frog splash. Dawkins goes for the cover and he gets the pin. The winner of the match, Street Profits. This tag team match was okay for what it was. But some of y'all are sleeping on Montez Ford. Montez Ford is very good in the ring. And Montez Ford got that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? I love the Street Profits in the WWE. I'm such a huge fan of the Street Profits. And that's all I gotta say. This tag team match was okay for what it was. Alright. Nick Aldis is backstage. Yeah, Nick Aldis is backstage with the Motor City Machine Guns, and in comes Miz and Carmelo Hayes. Miz tells Nick Aldis that since he is not busy, he has to tell him something. Chris Sabin asks Carmelo Hayes if he is him or he belongs to the Miz. Both teams begin to argue, and Nick Aldis makes a tag team match for next week. So we go to commercial break. And I guarantee you, Motor City Machine Guns are going to going to win against the Miz and Carmelo Hayes, and that's all I gotta say. All right, so we go to commercial break. Byron Saxton is backstage with R-Truth. He tells Byron Saxton that he feels good, and we all got our childhood hero John Cena back. In comes Aleister Black, who mentions Damian Priest. R-Truth looks at Aleister Black, and both men are face to face. Aleister Black says he will see him next week, and R-Truth turns serious. We cut to Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, and Jacob Fatu that are backstage. Sami Zayn thanks them for having his back. Jacob Fatu tells Sami Zayn that he didn't do it. He didn't do that for him. He did it to help. He did it to help his brother. Sami Zayn says Jimmy Uso is his brother. Sami Zayn is his brother too, and he asks if they are cool. Jacob Fatu tells Jimmy Uso to tell Sami Zayn to stay out of his way. So Jacob Fatu, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn versus Soul Sikoa, Jason Mateo, and Tonga Loa with accompanied by Tala Tonga. Alright, and this tag team match right here, I ain't gonna lie, this tag team match right here, this was so we get Jacob Fatu, Jimmy Uso, and Sami Zayn versus Soul Sikoa, Jason Mateo, and Tonga Loa. This is a 6-man tag team match main event. Alright. And this was fun for what it was. The bell rings. We are on the way. Jimmy Uso and JC Mateo start the match. JC Mateo with a right hand, but Jimmy Uso with a kick in a right hand. A kick to the side of the head by Jimmy Uso, followed by an armbar, and Sami Zayn is tagged in. An armbar by Sami Zayn, and JC Mateo lifts him up and slams him into the corner. Tonga Loa is tagged in, and Tonga Loa distracts the referee. Sami Zayn is thrown to the outside, and Tala Tonga with a big boot. So we go to commercial break. Back from commercial break, JC Mateo goes for a splash in the corner onto Sami Zayn, but Sami Zayn moves out of the way. Solo Sikoa is tagged in, and he lands a chop to the chest onto Sami Zayn. He placed Sami Zayn on the top rope, but Sami Zayn with a tornado DDT. Jacob Fatu and Tonga Loa are tagged in. Jacob Fatu with the clothesline followed by a senton. He lands a splash in the corner, and he lands a running hip attack. Jimmy Uso with a flying splash over the top rope onto JC Matado. Jacob Fatu climbed the top rope, but Solo Sikoa gets on the ring apron. Jacob Fatu kicks him away. Jacob Fatu goes for a senton, but Tonga Loa gets his knees up. Solo Sikoa is tagged in, and Solo Sikoa with the Uso splash. It says it tags in, and Jimmy Uso with the Uso splash. He goes for a cover, but Jacob Fatu kicks out. Solo Sikoa with a right hand, but Jacob Fatu with a super kick, and both men land a double clothesline. Jacob Fatu looks at Sami Zayn and makes the tag. Sami Zayn with the blue thunder bomb. I love that blue thunder bomb in WWE. He goes for the cover, but JC Matado breaks it up. JC Matado with right hands, but in comes Jimmy Uso, who hits him with a super kick. Tonga Loa with a right hand onto Jimmy Uso, and Jacob Fatu with a super kick onto Tonga Loa. Tyler Tonga on the ring apron, but Jacob Fatu with a super kick followed by a suicide dive in the ring. Sami Zayn with the exploder in the corner. Sami Zayn with the haluva kick. He goes for the cover and gets the pin. Alright, the winner of the 6-man tag team match, Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, and Jacob Fatu. This 6-man tag team match, it was a pretty good 6-man tag. It was a fun 6-man tag team match for what it was. Alright, so Sami Zayn and Jacob Fatu are in the ring. After the match, Jimmy Uso tells them to hug, and they do, as their fans cheer and SmackDown goes off the air. Alright, let me read this quick match results. Alexa Bliss defeated Piper Niven. The Miz and Carmelo Hayes defeated Faxim. The Street Profits defeated DIY. And Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, and Jacob Fatu defeated Solo Sikoa, Tonga Loa, and JC Matado. But Sami Zayn pinned Solo Sikoa. Sami Zayn pinned Solo Sikoa. So if you're the United States Championship, why our championships are taking a pinfall or being tapped out in the middle of the ring? But Solo Sikoa took the pinfall to Sami Zayn. And I do not like that. I don't like when champions are taking a pinfall, and that's all I gotta say. And that's nothing but facts and nothing but the truth. Alright, and WWE Smackdown goes off the air. Alright, let me give my honest opinion what I think about WWE Smackdown. Now, WWE Smackdown was a decent show for what it was. And that's all I gotta say. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my WWE Smackdown review and highlights, make sure you guys please give this video a thumbs up. Watch the video from all the way from the beginning, from all the way towards the end. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content. I do on the channel. Go follow and check out my AEW Dynamite review and highlights, and also go check out my WWE NXT review and highlights that I posted on the channel yesterday. And that's all I gotta say. I want you guys to have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here, gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet, gang. And I will see you guys tonight on my upcoming world premiere for my WWE Smackdown review and highlights. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Don't let anybody tell you different. Stay positive. Stay true to yourself. We all can build a community together. We all can work together and just support each other. I support small creators on YouTube just like I support small creators on Twitch as well. Enough of that. Have a great night. Stay safe and always stay positive. Kept your crew, kept your kings, kept your club. Too sweet. I'm out of here. Gang. Mwah. Bang. Too sweet. Gang.